Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to highlight one Cathie Wood dividend stock that I think makes a fantastic buy for July. But before I reveal what this dividend stock is, I'm going to highlight a few of its financial metrics and determine why I like the stock and why I think Cathie Wood likes the stock. And finally, towards the end of the video, I will reveal what this dividend stock is. So let's get right into it, starting with the dividend yield, right? One of the most important things to dividend stock investors is the dividend yield. Unfortunately, this company does not have an excellent dividend yield, right? At 0.89%. It's not a dividend yield you're going to write home about. It's just a mediocre dividend yield. However, one thing I like about stocks that have small dividend yields but excellent prospects is the potential to grow that dividend payment over time. I like getting into dividend stocks early before they really ramp up their dividend payments so that maybe 5 years later, 6 years later, I look back and say, man, I'm glad I got into this dividend stock early. Look how high the dividend payment is now, and look how much people have to pay for the stock price today. I'm glad I got it 5 years ago or 3 years ago or whatever the case might be. And I think this stock has the potential to be one of those. What I have here is a chart of this company's revenue growth, and look at this phenomenal expansion in revenue here. Now this is a dividend stock, right? You don't typically see dividend stocks growing like this. Dividend stocks are typically steady, very slow growing or flat-ish revenue companies. Not this one. This one's growing nicely, and guess what? It's got excellent prospects to continue this trend. Macroeconomic factors are working in its favor. It's got a backlog of orders. It just raised prices more than double digits on its products, and people are still buying them, lining up to buy them. And so prospects are looking good here, even though they've already been very good over the last several years. Now, what I have here is the company's operating profit margin. So I'm sure you've all seen companies that are growing revenue by billions or growing revenue by very fast percentages, but at the same time, those companies are losing a lot of money on the bottom line. That's not very attractive to me. It's easier to make sales if you're willing to sell your products at a price so low that it causes losses for you as a company. You know, it costs you $10 to make a product, and you go out and you sell it for $5, and you start bragging about, look at how many sales I'm generating. Wait a minute, you're telling me you're creating a product for $10, selling it at 5, and then coming and bragging to me about making sales? I'm not impressed. But this company, not only is it growing revenue excellently, but look at how it's expanding its operating profit margin. From just 12%, it's almost doubled up to 21.46%. And since it's increased prices by double digits recently, these prospects are likely to continue going forward. Finally, you're getting all of those excellent characteristics in a stock that's not trading expensively. In fact, it's relatively cheap. This stock is trading at a forward price to earnings of just 12.48. Relatively speaking, compared to the average stock in the S&P 500, which is about 18, 19, 20 times forward earnings, this is cheaper than that. So you're getting a company growing revenue excellently, expanding its operating profit margin, and trading at a relatively cheap price. I think this is, I can understand why Cathie Wood really likes this stock. And in fact, this is one of my favorite stocks to buy right now as well. And that's why I'm recommending this as an excellent stock to buy for July. What is the stock? This is Deere and Company. Deere is the dividend stock that Cathie Wood owns, one of the dividend stocks that Cathie Wood owns, that I think makes an excellent buy right now. All right, but that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.